And we are live. Welcome to this crazy build. So right now I'm just in our base that we built. This started out as just a normal game when the new alpha, 22 I think it's on now, came out. And we started playing a new multiplayer game. And I had the crazy idea of, hey, let's build the Raccoon City Police Department in 7 Days to Die. Yeah, I'm kind of crazy that way.
What's crazier is we agreed.
Hello. Hello. So, you can kind of see the shadow of it. It's not quite nighttime. I can do a command on it to make it nighttime, or I'll just let it churn to night. So anyway, this was the house we chose as our home base. We originally built a really big wall, and then despite the beds, the zombies were spawning inside of it, so we had to build an inner wall. Anyway, yeah. We're crazy. We like to build, yeah. So,
if anyone is currently viewing, shout out. We really appreciate it.
Yes.
We'd love to know where you are viewing from.
Indeed. I think my mic is too loud, so I'm adjusting some volume settings here. There we go. I might turn the rain off in a bit. We'll see. The game was glitching earlier and the rain was coming through inside the police department. And by the way, that shadowy thing, that monstrosity you see in the distance, that's it. That's the RPD. So yeah, this took about 8 months, I think.
Off and on 8 months, yes.
Yeah.
We were not dedicating whole days to this.
No.
Letting people know off the bat.
So 8 months is like, we would work on it on the weekends. When I was furloughed, I did some work on it. But we did this is in survival mode, and the only mods we used was, oh, I don't have it on me, was to be able to use all decoration pieces. I'll show you what that looks like really quick, because you can't make everything in the game, and that was kind of annoying. So, where are you? Decoration pieces. We wanted to be able to craft zombie bodies among, like, everything else, all the decoration pieces that you can't natively make. But these are still all in-game assets. Nothing added. Which was kind of cool. Loved it. Yeah. So, as it's getting closer to night, I suppose we should head on over to the police station, hey? And you can kind of see the RPD symbol. Where's Nick? Okay, so this is Beck. Wah! Hi. And this is Nick. And these two helped me with my crazy idea. This would not have been possible without them. Legit would not have been possible without them. And of course this game has some limitations. I don't know whoever's watching if you've played this game before or not. It's kind of like Minecraft in how you place blocks, so that made it very difficult, but we made it work. They've improved the game over the alphas, especially the last several alphas, custom pieces. Yeah. And like you can see this gate here, this is the best we could do. Wait, why is the rain stopping?
No, the sun's coming out.
I used command line. Sorry, you're gonna see. Give me rain. And weather, clouds, 1. Make it cloudy. I don't know what time night starts since I changed the settings on that.
Is it still 2 or 20?
Good question. Dare I try to set the time? Time, really? I thought it was time. Crap, I should have had the commands queued up. As you can see, my frames are dropping heavily. So many hand-placed items in this entire massive build here. Let me show you the outside of this thing really quick. This is easily one of the biggest POIs. Not even sure if there are any POIs like it. But as you can imagine, the amount of material that was used to make this was massive. So these two peeps started a mine under our house, our base, and they found some metals and started following the veins, and they led to more veins and led to more veins and led to more veins. That's from them mining. I helped a little bit, but mostly it was those two. Yeah.
It's freaking massive.
It's huge. It goes way underneath the police station. That caused some issues during build, and it goes way in that direction. We had a couple of cave-ins. That's why it's open like this. And I had the idea of like, well, there's supposed to be construction going on by the RPD, so we'll just make it like that. It's the sewers in the underground lab. Yeah. So, yay.
Not changing.
Right. Nope. How do you... I don't remember the command. Yeah. It also highlighted some inconsistencies. So what we started out with was the base structure using maps that I screenshotted from Resident Evil 2 Remake, and we used just these blocks. I mean, I laid it out based on the grid pattern and didn't upgrade a single block to wood or anything else until we had the entire layout done. That in and of itself took a while. Also took a lot of digging once we did the basement, which led to this courtyard over here, where if you're doing your second run through of the game, you enter over here instead of the main entrance. This is all supposed to be grass with graveyards, but the jail cells that Leon sees, they're directly beneath here. And based on how deep the stairs go in the game, yeah, there was no way that this would make any sense in real life. So that was a bit of an oops on their part. So we did the best we could, laid some body bags down. I think these are supposed to be wheelbarrows, but the 7 Days to Die does not have wheelbarrows, so shopping
I have a
carts.
bunch of other construction equipment, but not wheelbarrows.
Yeah. Originally, when we started building this, I had the idea of, we'll just make it pristine like it's before the zombie invasion. And then I'm like, I think Beck convinced me, no, let's actually put in like the destruction and the bodies and the poor lighting. That was the other thing. Electricity in this build of 7 Days to Die is kind of annoying, so yeah. This was literally the first room we completed because it's the easiest. All the decorations and stuff were done in here. I even have a switch in here. Yeah. We'll check that out in a minute. Yeah, no, let's check it out now. I forgot to switch the door on that one, but that's fine. We'll go in the main door in a second, but yeah. This was an interesting and fun challenge. I don't think we'd do it again in survival mode. If we were to ever to build any other massive structures, we would do it in creative mode. Yeah. I don't want to go all the way over there, so I'm going to use my jump.
Jumpy jump.
Yeah. I really wish I could change the time of day. 1 second. This is going to bug me if I can't figure this out. Come on. Doing this in the middle of a live stream. Commands. Sorry for the loud tapping. Time. Get time. Set time. That's what it is. Set time. Night. There we go.
Oh, it took us to midnight.
Oh. Well, that's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
And it reset us back to day 2 again. What the hell? So, and the reason why it's RCPD here is because you can't really do centering of 3 letters, so best I could do. Like I said, limitations of the game. And now I give you the Grand Hall, or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's actually called in the game. This was definitely the first part we finished. the exception to not upgrading any blocks until we were done, I upgraded these pillars because I knew the roof was going to need it. These archways were a pain in the neck with the limited pieces we had. But, yeah. And look at that, our frame rate's sometimes dropping to 15 frames per second. Most of the decoration was done by this one, because, yeah, they have a real eye for decoration.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see, I think in the game, the first place we go is we get this opened up. Yeah. Flashlight. Ah. Oh god, look at that frame rate. Whoo!
Especially in here, there's a lot of assets.
Yeah. Tons of books and stuff. It's all in the details. I mean, this looked pretty cool before, but once you had all the decorations in here, it was like, wow. And then once I got the lighting, originally I tried to have every light able to turn on and off, but the solar panels and the batteries and the generators, it would have required so much wiring and electricity. It would have been insane. Just not worth it. Some of the layouts were a little annoying. Getting the bathrooms just right was practically impossible, so this is the best we could do. But it's pretty cool still. Oh yeah, and then this room. Remember this room? Yes, I see that the raindrops are coming through. Flash! And let's turn you back off. Let's see, in the game, what do? We come out... You know, I don't remember. Yeah? What was that? Okay. Back out here. So, there wasn't a helicopter for us to put in that hole, and the only way to make a fire viable was, burning barrel. But hey, I think it looks pretty cool still.
There's a gyrocopter that is
Oops.
buildable in this game. However, because of the limitations of it has to be able to fit within so many blocks, we couldn't actually put it in the space.
Yeah, that was a pain in the neck. And if anyone remembers...
It technically didn't even collide with anything.
Yeah. If anyone remembers this room... Hey, look! Cut in half by the door, right? Okay, so I think after this... Hi. You make your way back to the main hall. There's a lot of back and forth in the game. I don't know if we'll do all of that, if I can remember it. I became intimately familiar with the layout of this police station thanks to building this. Yeah. Oh, that's another limitation. Like I said, in-game vanilla assets only. There's no, like, statues, no animal statues, so mannequins. It works, right? I also didn't know how to do any scripted events, so this was immediately opened. But yeah. This, I didn't think we were going to be able to do the bookshelves, but Beck figured out some clever ways to do it. Very impressive.
Like 3 or 4 tries.
Yeah. It worked, though. And then, no, we didn't make the lab underneath. But this does lead to a tunnel to our base. You might even call it a secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Okay, so I think after we talk to the one cop, we get to open this thing and go this way. Yeah. Weather, rain, 0. There. Through this room. This was interesting to do, and Beck did a great job in making the rubble blocking and stuff.
I tried to use as many assets as what looks like in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's at least somewhat accurate, but
This was some...
The way things are stacked.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Yeah.
By the way, hello other viewer, thank you for joining us.
Indeed, thank you. And I don't think we can actually fit through there like you can in the game.
No, I don't.
Nope.
You
Okay.
probably can't.
Nope. Dang. That's alright. You got all this. I also, when I decided what lights to have lit up and which ones not, I actually went through the game and determined exactly which lights were illuminated and which weren't. So this is 100% accurate to the game as best as can be done in 7 Days to Die. Yeah. We also weren't, you know, like, if I were doing this with the help of some programmers or modders or something, we could probably have these lockers unlocked with a computer console, but, you know, I think it's still pretty cool as it is.
Also, any dead bodies. Oh my god, excuse me, sorry. As I start to yawn. Any dead bodies that you see out in the hallways and such, we tried to get as accurately represented to organic dead bodies in the game.
Indeed. That was something that kind of annoyed me. I don't remember if this was supposed to be a lamp, but some of the other areas, there's flashlights that are illuminated in the game. And I know that you can have an illuminated flashlight in 7 Days to Die. They're part of some of the POIs. That wasn't included in the decoration block mod. So, yeah, well, you know. Hey, close the doors. This, I kind of messed up on the calculations of how wide it was supposed to be, but hey, it worked. I like it. I know I keep pointing out all my flaws. Can you tell I'm ADHD with RSD? Safe room! God, my frame rate's shit right now. Remember where you develop photos over here? Ooh, bright. Then up the stairs we go! Oh, no tunnel. I also wish we could have put, like, blood decorations and stuff, because there's supposed to be a bunch of blood right here. I remember that was a disappointment to us.
You go out on the streets here, and there is blood.
Yeah.
But we don't have a freaking block to be able to put that down.
Yeah. Oh, what did we decide? Oh, yeah, they don't have it in 7 Days to Die. We found some rather interesting sexist things in the Resident Evil 2 remake, because you got the men's locker room over here and the women's, and, like, right here in the women's locker room is a scale. There's none in the men's. The women's locker room is the only one with a wash machine.
And a giant-ass window.
Yeah.
That they can see into.
Yeah, and there were no blinds in Remake on this window. I'm like, are you kidding? So that was a little interesting on their decisions, but yeah. This would be so much cooler if we could have the rain going and, like, coming in through the broken windows, but, you know. Ooh, yeah, the STARS office. I mean, as a 7 Days to Die asset, I think this would be an awesome POI. Even if it isn't 100% accurate. You know, we did the best we could with what we had, and it's pretty impressive. It's amazing that you can do this with 7 Days to Die. I mean, the number of blocks they've added with each alpha update, not just shape blocks, but decorative items. I love that they let you do double doors now. You didn't used to be able to do that. Yeah. I love this. I love games where you can build things like this. Yeah. Yeah, we tried to do the industrial washer and dryer, but it was like, took up this entire space. It's massive. So this works. Scary bear. and the library. I think this turned out really freaking cool, both the decoration and the lighting. It's like cool. Where's that hole? There's the hole. I don't know how many times that scares the hell out of me, even though I know what's coming in Resident Evil 2, that's gonna break through there. Oh yeah, that was another thing. There are a bunch of windows that you can see from the outside of the police station, but when you come inside, like, I don't think there's a window here, and on the 3rd floor there isn't when you're on the inside. It's clearly there on the outside. It's a burr.
Fair, I guess.
Yeah. And this wasn't in the game, but I wanted the ability to... Oh. I must not have that hooked up anymore. We made so many revisions. Oh, that little parking lot out there, I realized that we probably needed some place to park our motorcycles and stuff as we came back and forth, so that's why I made that. It's also interesting to be able to see out of the windows in the police station, because you really can't see far outside the windows in Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah. Yeah, while we're over here, let's go check this out. Just a reminder that everything, every light, every sign, every plant, every debris, everything is hand placed. Everything. That's why it took us 8 months. I don't think we, did anything over there.
And a lot of the stuff for the outside was kind of guesswork.
Yeah.
Because it's so freaking dark. And courtyard stuff nearby the police department building didn't make sense.
Yeah, like there's supposed to be a building right here, like a tall building. It's like interesting. And there was not supposed to be a street here, but an alleyway, it looked like. Ladder up there, but we won't go up there yet. And like, yeah, when we were looking out on some of the stuff on the 3rd floor, you see what looks like there's more to the 3rd floor of the police station. But then when you think about the placement of this dome, if you're outside on the 3rd floor, up that ladder that we just saw a second ago, there's supposed to be structure up here, not a hole with a window. So, yeah.
And the broken glass on the floor from when the...
Yeah. I think it was in the original game, a liquor actually comes crashing down through there. I don't remember if that happened in Remake or it was just always there. Hey, Nick. And then this, the door you could only open with Leon, not Claire. Really quick, this is a dead end down here. Oh, and the reason why you have landings in between, halfway between, the stairs are really shallow in Resident Evil 2 Remake, so getting them to match up with that shallowness in 7 Days to Die required that kind of, yeah. Interrogation room with the broken windows. And that was the other thing, is figuring out, you know, I never really paid attention to things like the fact that something similar to this was in the interrogation rooms. And then you realize that that's because that's the main hall, and that's the stairways up to the 2nd floor in the main hall. So, learned a lot. It was a fun experience. I really enjoyed this. Sometimes it got frustrating, but for the most part it was enjoyable. And then the Chief's area, which you could only get to as Claire. This was hard to do because there's no way to do taxidermy in 7 Days to Die at all. So we had to kind of play around with the decorations.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, the bear rug is the closest you get, and the statue.
Yeah, there's no giant tiger, I think was what was in the remake.
I think so.
Yeah. Couldn't do a false wall here, but, you know, a green door with a green wallpaper. Closest we could do. Somehow it never occurred to me when we were playing Remake that this balcony was looking into the main hall, because you can't see through the windows in the game in Remake. So yeah, it wasn't until we made this that, yeah. No, we don't have a working elevator. That leads down to the basement. We'll get to that later. We'll finish upstairs for now.
And if you're wondering, I think we used every single paint texture that is available in this game at some point somewhere in here.
And if you're not familiar with the game, I'll give you an idea what that looks like. You have 3 screens almost full. And yeah, we've used almost every single one. I think some of the roof textures we didn't use, and that was maybe it. I think we even used the tree trunk at some point. Yeah. This took some work, but it was fun. The 3rd floor was extremely sparsely decorated, we came to realize as we, I mean, this was dense. Super, super dense. Oh yeah. So yeah, in Resident Evil 2 Remake, when you come out to this balcony, there's like a tall section of building right here, even though that dome is supposed to be right there. That's what I was talking about. I think this was a Claire-only room. This definitely, I love the way you did this room, Beck. This gives you that sense of claustrophobia that you had. It's a big room, but there's so much storage and stuff in it that it feels closed in. I love it.
It really is a big room, because when we first had it built and before I started putting the assets into it, I was like, wow, this is a big space. Are you sure this isn't too big? And then start putting the shit into it, and holy shit.
Now wait till we get to the one room where the other disc was with the explosives and the jail cell, and the big guy comes after you then, and the liquors. Shall we show him the clock tower real quick?
Yeah. Sure. Since we're right here.
Yeah. This was a challenge because there's not much in the way of mechanical decorative pieces. Also, these windows, there are no windows here in Remake from the inside, but from the outside, looking up the clock tower, there's definitely windows here. Yeah.
We probably could have covered them up from the inside, because there is a block that is like paper thin, basically.
Yeah.
But that takes up the entire block space,
yeah.
in front of it. So we wouldn't have been able to place anything for decorations.
Yeah. Pretty tight here, isn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah. I also found it interesting that there's 0 lighting in Remake for this 3rd floor of the balcony. But yeah. And then this is the library again from the 3rd floor. Don't fall through the hole! Ah!
Like he always does.
Yeah. I've only done that 10 times. I'd never realized that this was supposed to be glass until we were building this, and you really look at the details that they did in Remake. Resident Evil 2 Remake, they just did an amazing job. Not perfect, obviously, because we've been nitpicking, you know, differences.
Yeah, because the frickin' chandeliers come out of the glass.
Yeah. Chains hanging from glass. I'm like, with no structural reinforcement visible. I was like, that's interesting.
So yeah, that's why we have beams here.
Yeah.
That was literally the only way we could do that.
Yeah. So this is another room where we're like, this is too big, and then you start to fill it with decorations, and you're like, no, yeah, this is accurate. Darn, you can't play the piano. Oh, and another detail I never noticed in Remake, but we discovered while we were building this. There's a hole here for the liquor to go through into the hallway, and he actually came after me for the first time ever in any of the playthroughs I've done in Remake. While I was looking at this build, and all of a sudden I see him come out that hole and come after us. I'm like, shit! It was scary.
That was really scary.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of going backwards, but...
At this point, you know.
Yes, there really is a chandelier hanging here.
Yeah, it's never lit up, so I never really noticed it until I think you pointed it out to me, Beck.
Yeah, I was like, I think there's something that hangs there.
Okay, I think we've done all of this floor at this point, right? At least in this wing and both wings. Yeah, okay, so now it's just the basement. Let's head to the basement. This way. No, this way.
I was gonna say it through here.
Yes. So we didn't build the underground lab like I was saying. Oop. But the secret tunnel will take us to the basement, so I'm going to take that just to show folks what we did. Uh-oh, it's almost morning.
Wait, isn't 4 o'clock morning?
It is, but remember I changed how long day and night lasts so that we had a longer time with the night. By the way, this leads out to the mine. And then this leads to here, the garage. And we actually set the garage door up to sensors. E. Since it's a smaller section, I'll show the jail cell first. I almost wish we could have like programmed zombies to be in these jail cells alive, but not like damaging the jail cells. Oh, I never put the hole here. I was going to put a hole here with a room behind it for when the tyrant kills the journalist.
I think we decided we couldn't make the hole
Because it's back.
small enough.
Yeah, maybe.
Because all that came busting through, I think, was just his arm.
Yeah, we made this hole though.
Yeah, that was a pain in the butt. And yes, the paint job that you're seeing with the brick is accurate.
Yeah, it fades.
Because it was painted white, but you could see in the game that because of people like leaning against the walls and stuff, that the lower half was fading.
And then the bottom was concrete in Resident Evil 2 Remake. So yeah, this is accurate. I was so afraid when we were tunneling this out that because we built the police station above first and then started digging underneath to build the basement. Kind of backwards way to do it, but I was so afraid it was going to collapse. Thankfully, it never did. I think this was Claire only. Yeah, because this is where she sees the chief's thing for getting in the elevator or something. Yeah. And we saw this earlier. We didn't make it an actual elevator. I'd love to have them actually do that, where you can actually have an elevator work. That'd be pretty neat in this game. But then we're crazy and we like to build giant bases and stuff. Other people do too, though. We've seen some impressive bases. Every light just about in the basement is turned on in Remake. That's me.
Fire in the hole.
Indeed. Sometimes it was frustrating, but for the most part, I found this to be a really fun challenge. And we'll come out that way at the end. Let's go this way first. Those are the holes that the dogs could crawl under to come after you when you changed rooms. And they could jump over that, too.
I think it was while you were working on this room that we finally decided making vanilla decorative blocks wasn't going to cut it, because it wasn't giving us everything that we needed.
Yeah, that's why we had to do the mod for the decoration block.
We had to do the mod one because that was the only way you could get the dog kennels.
Yeah, the dog kennels, these shells. It's still in-game vanilla assets. We didn't have any new assets added, so it was a server-side only mod. No new textures, no new objects. Yeah. Which one had the... I mean, we didn't do it in this, but was it this one had a... I don't remember which one had the zombie that eventually came alive, and then some of the other zombie came alive. This guy came alive after you acquired the item. Are you gonna sneak around through there like you normally do?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hello, viewers. Thank you for joining us this Saturday afternoon. We really appreciate it.
I hope you're impressed. This was so fun, though. I think this was supposed to be a different colored light in Remake, now that I think about it, but we weren't able to change the colors of lights. The only exception is they had that one red light we were able to put in the photo developing booth. Sorry for the choppiness. My frame rates are struggling with this. And it's, I think it's a combination of, sorry, let's see if this changes my frame rate. Oh god, yeah. Did you see that? Okay, never mind. Now I'm getting good frame rates. I do have DLSS turned on.
Also, if you missed anything at the beginning, I believe that once we're done, it's supposed to auto-post.
At least on Facebook and YouTube. I don't think Twitch will do that. I'm not a Twitch affiliate or whatever. It'll stay on Twitch for 2 weeks, I think, and then auto-delete. We're not special.
So if there's anything that you missed and want to see, you can always come back at either of those locations.
And if you want to see something again, just let us know in the chat, and we'll be happy to show you. Yeah, this is part of the first floor I forgot to show everyone. Leon's safe room. Woo! I just climbed over a chair and table. I'm a heathen that way. But yeah, I think this just about concludes it. Yeah, this was a hell of a build, and I'm really glad that it turned out the way that it did. Oh, that was another thing. In 7 Days to Die, you can't control how big the trees get. They will always grow when you plant them to their maximum size. And so the trees we were trying to plant, the branches kept clipping into the building, so you'd see the branches in the hallway. So these are the only trees we could plant. That was kind of annoying, but yeah. I hear jumping. Yeah. But give you an idea of just how big this dang structure is. Oh yeah, we built that tower to be able to see it from the progress and from a regular location. So I'll show you that real quick. That'll give you an idea of how impressive this is. And the amount of lighting seems minimal, but with how lighting works in this game and electricity, I want to say there are, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think there's at least 11 or 12 solar panels. Yeah. Yeah. Big. And we are so leveled up with so many perks that I can do this without dying.
Or getting hurt.
Yeah.
Because he could also just get a broken ankle.
Yeah, that's true. This used to be a forest, by the way. We cut down all the trees.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't think there was ever a door here, but it didn't make sense for there not to be, because why else would you have this little courtyard and not have it accessible? So yeah, I intended to eventually put lights all around the street just to have it illuminated, and yeah. Maybe even like build a semi here and stuff. That would have been fun, but I think what we did was pretty good, and yeah. I wish we could have illuminated the clock tower better, but you know, it works. My little parking lot that I built here. My motorcycle must be parked over in the garage. Hey, can I get in? Sorry.
Excuse me, you need to pay your toll.
What? No free parking? Are we in Denver or Los Angeles? Actually, Raccoon City is supposed to be in Colorado, so let's call it Denver. This was our first attempt at a bunker to survive the worst blood moon. It didn't work. We died. We have a new bunker we built. Actually, I should say, Surrey, Nick, you built that bunker without us even realizing what you were doing while we were building the police station. That was...
Yeah, we ran out of ammo at that one and tried to run.
Yeah.
That did not work out.
Indeed. And I have come to adore turrets. These things kept us alive when we were up at the new bunker. And yes, garage.
We got a garage.
The garage.
Garage.
Here, really quick. It's not exactly what this stream is about, but I'm going to show the bunker off. Because that is freaking cool. This one is still damaged in our... Because this is a copy of the game, but, so there's still some damage we haven't repaired in this one. By the way, yes, that's a minefield. This was our, quarry for clay. And then I'm like, hey, let's make it a trap, because zombies kept getting trapped in there. Like, yeah, minefield!
Well, I at first started with digging it just for the clay, and then I was like, I'm gonna dig it even deeper.
Yep.
To be a trap. And then you put the mines down.
Heck yeah. So this one we tested on the Blood Moon. We survived. We got all the way through the night. Lots of turrets around it, but it goes. Shit.
Don't hurt yourself this time. This one's
Whew.
really hard out.
Yeah, this goes all the way down to bedrock. We used to have electricity running down here, and that lit it up down here, but the zombies broke the power lines, the power relays, so it's dead down here. But these turrets pretty much did all our work for us until they lost power, and then we had to shoot them from then on. This worked really freaking well. This was a good design. Need some TLC in between, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. That's what we've been doing. We hope you enjoyed.
Appreciate y'all joining us today.
And if you like what you saw, please share this. Tell others to come see this video, and I wonder if we could extract this as something people could download.
Help us go viral.
Yes, help us go viral. It's unfortunate that this was Alpha 22 and they just announced that the game is going gold finally, a 1.0. So we won't be able to play this map on that version.
It was very dire that we get this done now.
Yeah.
Because once it changes over, we're losing everything.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a way where you can play older versions still, but yeah. I'm not rebuilding it in survival mode in version 1. Anyway.
Been quiet, no zombies.
Yeah.
It always seems to do that whenever the day resets.
Yeah. If we were to like change the day back to whatever we were at before 300 something, I'm sure the zombies would be coming at us again.
Yeah, almost a year spent in game.
Oh, and if the developers for 7 Days to Die ever see this video, please do better with the water. The water in this version was frustrating as hell. Why can we not drink water? Yeah, anyway.
Why can't we collect water anymore?
Yeah, that was frustrating. Because we've got these collectors, we've got... Oh yeah, these were when we were testing outdoors. I thought we had more collectors in the back. I mean, we have those collectors. Ah, there they are. Yeah. Just to give us enough water. Oh, and the solar cells. That is the one thing I cheated on in this game. Because after, I think, 6 months, 300 in-game days, we had found one solar panel at a vendor. One, and it was a level 3. Like, no. That's not cool. So please fix that as well. That was way too nerfed.
And don't say that it's because you need to level up. We've leveled up.
Yeah. Here.
We leveled up with multiple vendors to be able to get shit.
Yeah, we've got max missions and everything. Yeah. Those are my only 2 complaints about Alpha 22, really. Everything else was phenomenal. This game's awesome. I love that we were able to do this. And, yeah. I don't know what we'll do in the next one. Probably nothing quite so grand. We'll see.
Yeah, I have no idea. We'll think of something. Eventually.
Yep.
Because we always do.
Indeed. And I want to say again, thank you, both of you, for doing this with me and letting me have fun with this. This was awesome.
Of course.
You two rock.
I'd give you a thumbs up in game, but
yeah,
you can't see it.
Yep. Indeed. All right. Well, again, for everyone who watched, thanks for joining us. Please share with anyone and everyone. And yeah, if you liked what you saw, and let us know, and maybe we'll start streaming video games again. I want to get into Enshrouded next. I think that's going to be fun. But that's medieval stuff and magic and fantasy.
If you are ever curious about what other games we currently play, it's this one, 7 Days to Die,
Yep. Generation.
Phasmophobia,
Yep.
and Generation Zero. Bleh, sorry. If you are unfamiliar with either of those games, Phasmophobia is a ghost hunting game. We mostly play on amateur because I love ghosts, but I am terrified of dying. And Generation Zero takes place in Sweden? No, not Sweden.
I thought so.
Yes.
Sweden? Okay, so
somewhere,
that's right. It is
somewhere
Sweden.
in there, yeah.
In Sweden in like the 80s, I believe.
Yes.
And robots have invaded.
Yes. It's
pretty cool. It's not builder like this kind of a game. It is a survival game though.
yeah. I think those are the only 2 we did that, yeah. Oh, and as you can see, we for Halloween we decorated with lots of jack-o'-lanterns. But yeah, we play Phasmophobia at least once a weekend. So if you're interested in seeing us getting our scare on, let us know and we'll start streaming it. Anywho, we're going to sign off now. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next zombie. You want to say it?
Yeah, I wanted to say it. That's my thing.
Oh. Granted, we stole it from BTW and Show X.
At least that's what I always heard the kiddos saying, but apparently that's not what he was saying. But
See you next Sunday. You mean zombie?
it sounded like he was saying zombie, so
Yep.
whoever the kiddos that was, I always heard see you next zombie, so I kind of stole that from your kiddo. Mine now.
Alright, go ahead and exit.
All right.
Bye. Oh, I forgot to hit record.